Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dota Yoshi, bringing you another Dota 2 commentary. Today, we will be having, on the Cybergamer Ladder, Premedition, who's ranked 89th, up against Wargrounds, who are 58th on the ladder. So far in this game, we've got Premedition picking up that Keeper of the Light. They've banned out Lifestealer and that Batrider. Over on Wargrounds, they've currently got that Wisp and that Phantom Lancer banned out. There's still a Nyx in the pool. There's a Magnus. I'll be extremely surprised if one of those two do not get picked up in this next round of selections from Wargrounds and then Premedition, because they're usually your first two picks up in any game. Total, is a good pick, but there's a Magnus. There's a Kotal. I mean, not a Kotal. There is a Nyx. Two fantastic heroes. So we're just waiting on Wargrounds. They've seen what hero they want to pick up. If they want to go pick up a good solid mid at the start, if they want to pick up a nice combination of the Shadow Demon or Lena, if they want to pick up that Nyx Assassin and the Magnus. See a Disruptor, very unusual pickup for your first pick of the game. He'd usually be your 4th or 5th pick. He's not an important hero. He's not, unfortunately, not the top 2, maybe even 3 tiers of heroes. So we might see a Darkseer backing up this Disruptor purely because your wall, your silence, you vacuum in, got another wall to throw down. So you might be seeing a Darkseer pick up here. Premedition, will they be picking up the Magnus? Oh, we see a Rubik. So Magnus and Nyx Assassin still in the pool, which is quite highly surprising. If we don't see a Nyx Assassin or a Magnus in this game, I'm donating $50 to charity. That feels mean now, because if they do pick it up... So we do see a Queen of Pain being popped out. Just waiting on that final pickup. So over on Wargrounds, they've selected their first 2 heroes. They're not going to be able to get that Darkseer, as Darkseer has been picked up by Premedition. Premedition's got the Queen of Pain, Darkseer, and Kotal, so they're going for a good AoE styled build with the Vacuum. They've got the Scream, the Sonic Wave, the Illuminate. We should see early style pushing come out from Premedition. They got great counter push, and they got great push with that Darkseer, Queen of Pain, and of course still the Kotal. Over on Wargrounds, we've got our 2 support set up. So we've got our Disruptor and Rubik's picks. Rubik's gonna have fun. He's got so many spells he could love to pick up. He's got the Blink, he's got the Sonic Wave, he's got Illuminate, Chakra, Vacuum, Wall, Surge, Iron Shell. So any spell he can pick up in this game at the moment is gonna be perfect for the Rubik. So we just wait and see what. Then they pick up the Anti-Mage. So they're going for late game, hard farm style. Premedition, so far, if you just look at this lineup, then if they push fast, they're gonna win this game. They have great burst, mid hero of Queen of Pain, great early to mid support of that Kotal with that Illuminate Blast. And if we do see good pushing by Premedition or good hard harass, they will easily be able to probably snowball this down and keep Wargrounds out. And we see the Puck being banned out, so we should see Premedition start banning out those mid heroes to try and counter, which could counter the Queen of Pain. So once again, still no Magnus or Nyx. I just want to point that out. It's very strange that you don't see one of those 2 picked up, especially for 1, 2, or 3 position, and then 4, 5, 6. I'm confused. So you see the Gyrocopter banned out. It's another good hero that Premedition could have picked up. They still haven't shown their carry yet, and they still do need another support hero. I would say they do need a stunning support hero, such as the Lena, Leshrac, or the Gyrocopter, or the Jakiro. We see the Templar Assassin banned out by Premedition, and then finally, I wouldn't be too surprised if they do take out that Magnus. I'd still love to see that Magnus picked up by a team. I mean, everyone hates Magnus because he's like the anti-mage of heroes. He ruins games. So you see the Sven now being banned out. I couldn't have seen Premedition picking up that Sven, but we do have slightly unusual lineup so far. Well, considering with what the heroes are still left in the pool, I'm gonna call unusual. So they want to see Premedition probably find out the ban a final mid hero which they feel that could threaten the Queen of Pain and the lane and map awareness. No, not map awareness. Map control that Queen of Pain has, and the rune control. So who will be their final one? I could see a Stormstreak banned out because I don't know. I think they've just forgotten that Magnus is left in the pool and the next assassin.
5 seconds remaining.
So who will they ban out? They still got a minute and a half reserve time. And they ban out the Nature's Prophet. They don't want to deal with a split push of a Nature's Prophet and Anti-Mage, so they do take out that Nature's Prophet just in case. So now looking over at Wargrounds, they're banning out carry heroes so far. They've taken out the Gyrocopter, they've taken out Sven, and they're looking to ban out their final carry, who they could be afraid of, and they will take out that Faceless Void. Faceless Void can easily beat Anti-Mage one-on-one with that great Chronosphere, and then take down the Anti-Mage. But then again, there's still Luna left in the pool. Luna's pretty fantastic against Anti-Mage's illusions if he has the Mantis style up. Even the Eclipse will be able to burst him down. He does have that magic, what are you? Spell Shield, which does resist the damage from Eclipse, but Eclipse still is a great burst spell that can go through there. So we're now just waiting on Premedition. I'm pretty sure they will pick up their carry hero here. They won't wait till the last pick, I don't believe. Oh, they will wait till the last pick. They do pick up Shadow Demon. One problem that Premedition are having at the moment, they do not have any stuns. You don't have any stuns or lockdown against an anti-mage, you're going to be in a world of hurt. I mean, Kodal doesn't, he's got Mana Leak. That's not really reliable. Queen of Pain's got nothing. Darcy's got nothing. Shadow Demon's got a Disruption, and then by the time when he comes out of Disruption, anti-mage has got his Blink on offer. So unless Premedition pick up Dragonite, so to speak, they will not have a stun on their team, which could be very, very advantage in Wargrounds. So then we're just waiting for Wargrounds. They'll be looking to pick up their mid hero. They still need a mid hero. They still need an offlaner. So who will be their mid hero? Well, they picked up a Magnus. Finally, we see that Magnus being picked up in this game. I would love to see that Magnus mid and then Magnus offlane and a Nyx assassin mid. So then we see those two heroes picked up. Because if they're in the left of the pool, they're always picked up. Except for this game, it was a bit delayed. So now Premedition, they'll be looking to pick up their hero. Who are they going to put all the eggs in one basket on? They could go for the Lone Druid. Lone Druid's a fantastic hero. They might go for an unconventional pick with like the Storm Spirit and run him in the not offlane, safe lane. I'd like to see a Luna. Luna would be good. Dragonite would be fantastic against this anti-mage. And he does have that stun, which Premedition are severely lacking. They don't have any lockdown on these heroes. So we're just waiting to see what they want to pick up here. They might want to take this late game as well and go for the Alchemist pickup. And they pick up the Juggernaut. Juggernaut is a great hero, but I'm still questioning their lack of stuns. I mean, their team looks great. They've got the Vacuum, Queen of Pain, Scream, Shadow Demon with Purge. You know, they've got a good lineup, but they're lacking stuns. You look over in Wargrounds, they have a Silence, they have your Pain in the Arse Glimpse, they have your Lift, they have an RP, they've got Shackle. So, Wargrounds, their lineup, just by looking at the teams, is a better composite because they do have those stuns and they can lock down heroes, whereas Premedition cannot lock down this anti-mage. So if he starts to get a decent farm, he's gonna destroy the entire side of Premedition purely because there's no lockdown to keep him down. Queen of Pain will need to go. She'll have to probably bypass her Orchid. Oh no, she'll pick up her Orchid and then they'll be fine against the anti-mage until he picks up his Mantis Star. So it all comes down to the speed of Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain's Orchid against anti-mage's. Well, he'll get his Battle Fury, so anti-mage's Battle Fury Manta. Or BKB, depending on which route he wants to go. So let's look at the team lineup. Over on Wargrounds, we have on that captain's position Jagsy. Playing on that Magnus, he should be running solo mid. We have the Windrunner on Asuka. We have Cody on that anti-mage. On the Disruptor, we have Silverthorn. And finally, Rubik running Dynavox. And over on Premedition, we have the captain playing the Darkseer on the offlane, Bing Ling Zhao. On the middle lane, we have, on that Queen of Pain, Arcastinum. Oh, I'm so bad. Arcastinum. I'm gonna call you Arcast. just because I'm getting it wrong. I'm botching that name terribly. Over in the top lane for our tri-lane, we have on the supports Robbie Yee and OK playing the Coddle and Shadow Demon respectively, and finally on that Juggernaut we have Gochifike. Sorry for butchering your names. I'm not the greatest with names. I'm gonna call you Gochi. It should be the easiest. And now we got down in bottom lane here. We will be seeing the tri-lane of Wargrounds running their tri-lane down at bottom. Because you would expect that with the anti-mage carry, and he shouldn't have, Darkseer shouldn't have too much of a problem. I mean, there's no lockdown by, oh yes, they've got a bit of lockdown, so they've got the glimpse, they've got the lift, so Darkseer will have to play careful, even with that surge. A good timed blitz can send him back, and that surge will be ran out of time for them to take down that Darkseer. In mid lane, we will have the Magnus up against the Queen of Pain. Magnus unusually picked up a bottle first, but he's got a haste in it. Not too sure how I feel about this. It's usually better to be able to pick up your stats. If you had a few branches, you had a salve, had some tangos, you'd be sitting on about 600 HP, about 250, 260 mana, so you would have a higher health and mana pool. We'll see if that comes into effect this game. It's a bit unusual seeing that bottle straight up. We'll see how that plays out for the Magnus, who's now currently got no mana. Up at top lane, we see Coddle harassing this Windrunner out of the lane, and Windrunner standing there, returning the hits. Got an Illuminate being channeled, it will hit on that Windrunner. Windrunner will most likely have to pop that salve off, or waste all her tangos. So, good work by that Coddle being able to harass Windrunner down. Seeing a few last hits being missed on this Juggernaut so far. Darkseer is picking up some creep, because he's only got one so far, but the lane is pushing in their favour. Or in his favour. I'm mistaken, sorry. We got some pulling going on down here. So we might see Darkseer coming here trying to harass some of that, get some of those creep kills. Anti-mage trying to get some of those last hits, takes about 300 damage done to him. We've got the haste popped off and had to use those final bottle charges on that Magnus. I would like to start seeing him also bottle crow, because he's not going to win the rune control against the Queen of Pain, who now has her bottle. She's got 3 branches, and she's got 3 tangos. So, Queen of Pain is winning this mid lane by a fair bit. She's got 3 more creep kills, but we'll see her start to snowball this lane, purely because she'll be able to have rune control. And she does see the regen spawn up top. She doesn't have Scream, so she can't clean out the wave. We got a Skewer about to come in. We're going to see a Skewer in. Queen of Pain picks it up. So now Magnus has just wasted that Skewer. He's got nothing left on his bottle. If Queen of Pain wants to chase this down, she can do a lot of damage to this Magnus, even possibly killing him. Not going to kill him. We see first blood going up top. We had Windrunner completely caught out of position. And we see the tri-lane of Premedition being able to pick that off. Disruption followed by the Illuminate and the spin. Oh, there was no spin needed. But the Illuminate was enough to take down that Windrunner, who should not have been up this close. Need to play it safe the entire time, especially when you're not sure where they are. When you don't have any wards up here, when you're not... We see here a Darkseer deny himself. Darkseer denied himself down to these creeps, so I guess it's better than dying to these 3, and now they're wasting a lot of time in these lanes, missing out on XP. So it was good by Darkseer to be able to deny himself, but this anti-mage is starting to get quite a lot of farm. He's sitting 10 for 2, he's got it almost level 4. He's not having too problems. We hear the ping come out of Windrunner. Windrunner, you're in a world of hurt. We got a disruption about to come out onto this Windrunner. Windrunner's way too far up. He's overextended. We don't have any Coddle here. We might see a disruption. Disruption's being used onto the Windrunner. Rubik is now up top. He's going to lift, and we hear a pause come out at such a odd time. So that's almost why we've seen Coddle being retreated, but then again, he was farming these creeps here. So now, it's a tactical pause for both sides. They can decide what they want to do. This lift is going to come back down onto the Juggernaut. Windrunner doesn't have that Windrunner currently, so... Is he trapped? No, he's not trapped. He's still got that little room to move. Juggernaut shouldn't be able to kill this. He spins, not going to be able to finish it off. And if he doesn't get that spin off in time, the stun will come down and land on that Juggernaut. So, over in bottom lane, Darkseer's rotated back down bottom to try and keep this lane off that tower. Back in mid lane, we do start to see some bottle crowing going on by the Magnus, because he's not going to be able to rune control, but he's got to be careful. He's only got He's got under 300 HP, so at any moment this Queen of Pain could scream in 85, Shadow Strike, and then start to auto-attack him down. Now back to top lane, what will happen here? Rift comes down, we've got the spin coming out, will be enough to kill off this Windrunner. Windrunner does fall to that spin of the Juggernaut. Now we've got Rubik, Rubik's just going to take an auto-attack, throw an auto-attack back out, and then Juggernaut loses quite a lot of his health. He's got that healing ward up, he should just throw it down, there we go. And he should heal up fairly fast, as if nothing happened. And we've got the TP coming back in by the Windrunner, trying to keep in this lane. We see the Shadow Demon throwing out that Disruption and that... what do you call it? Soul Catcher, that's the word. And then throwing it out, he needs one more attack. He doesn't get that final attack. And the tower's not attacking the Shadow Demon, so... tower's been very unhelpful for Wargrounds. So Premedition will be taking the lead with two kills. They're sitting 1500 gold in XP ahead, and this is... quite truly to this Queen of Pain. Winning this lane in the middle is destroying the Magnus in middle lane, as Queen of Pain does have 23 creep kills up against Magnus's 6. So he's about 600 to 700 more net worth. He's going to fight it. He's going to blink away, bottle back up, possibly looking to come back in against this Magnus who doesn't have that any bottle charges, and Queen of Pain will just bottle up, pick up the rune, and then go back into the middle. Or he might come down bottom to try and help out his Darkseer, which you will not see. But they do see him with this ward. So if this Magnus should be playing very defensive, as this Queen of Pain doesn't have Sonic Wave up right now, but she can do a lot of damage. She's got 2 points in Scream, which is 165 damage. That's close to half of Magnus's health. With the Shadow Strike and 2, maybe 3 auto attacks, we'll have a dead Magnus on our hands. And he's not sure where he wants to go. Queen of Pain has to be careful, he's got spotted. So he's just going to back this off now. He's going to almost take a tower shot. So that's it for the Queen of Pain. She wasted her opportunity to get that kill on the Magnus, who was pretty sure he knew where she was anyway. But it fully set it off for her, so. Wargrounds, they're playing from behind at the moment. Their lineup, you need to push as 5. Oh, wait, no you don't. Sorry, yes, no, maybe. What am I thinking? And we see Magnus falling in mid lane to a Shadow Strike. He's not currently dead yet. Queen of Pain's looking to dive in further. She did not pick up her Sonic Wave, as she doesn't feel as if she needs it right now. She should pick it up at level 7. Or she might get her next level and scream. She jumps in and finishes off that Magnus. So, picking up that extra level off that Scream of Pain allowed her to find that kill on the Magnus instead of picking up that Sonic Wave. So it was a good pick by her. She got an extra 60 damage from that Scream, and that was more than enough to finish off that Magnus. So Magnus does fall, and Magnus is going to be set even further behind. He's behind the Shadow Demon. That's not pretty. If you're behind a Shadow Demon in any game, yeah, that shows you where the game's going. So we'll see if Wargrounds can come back up with this. They got a rotation mid from this Rubik. You really need to see a smoke come out from this Rubik and possibly the Disruptor and start searching for kills. I mean, they could come out for this Rubik. They've got a lift, but that's it. This is what happens when you have a little bit of lack of stuns on both sides in early game and throughout the game. Without your stuns, you can't really gank too well. I mean, you have a Disruption into Illuminate and then follow up from whatever else you have on your team. And that's what Premedition have. That's all they have on their side. Whereas Wargrounds, they have a lift, and they have a lift pretty much. And now we're going to see Windrunner's going to be very careful. Do we have a Monolith by Coddle? No Monolith. If he had that Monolith, he possibly could have got a stun off onto Windrunner, Disruption, and then Juggernaut would have finished her off with that Omni Slash. However, Windrunner's going to just run away, be happy at that tower, like nothing ever happened. She's going to pop off that monopod and just try and get any last hit she can. Got a rotation up top by this Rubik. So Rubik's running backwards and forwards. He doesn't want to bring his boots with him yet, so he's holding onto his boots at stash. Courier is free, so a little bit of misplay coming out by the Rubik. And now, the 6 to 7 minute mark is when all the wards on the map die. And we hear an initiation on mid. We see an RP coming out. He doesn't have enough for skewer, and Queen of Pain's going to blink away. So, Magnus can't do too much, because with the lack of stats he has, he doesn't have enough to combo most of his moves together. And up top we hear a disruption coming out. Illuminate come flying through. Gonna do a fair bit of damage, and Omni Slash picking off that Rubik. And now the tower's gonna start attacking. Should drop that healing ward, and we will see the death of the first tower. Great shackle coming out. We see power shot not gonna become flying out. Illuminate's been channeled again. Just gonna miss that Windrunner. But Windrunner saves this tower. Got a TP coming in from this disruptor. See what he can do. He's only level 4. He doesn't have that ultimate. He doesn't have any points in glimpse, which also I feel is very questionable. You should always have at least 1 point in glimpse, whereas that's to stop someone from TPing in or to just save one of your allies, set up the gank, put him out of position. There's so many uses to that glimpse. It's probably the best spell on the disruptor, in my opinion, purely because you get an early game and you can do a lot of damage with it. A lot of economical, a lot of kills, deaths, possibilities. That's the word I was looking for. So Queen of Pain's currently got 2.2k. See what she's saving for. She might possibly be going for going straight for that scythe. She might be saving up to buy her orchid fully straight away. However, I'd like to see her start to pick up something soon, depending on how she wants to go. We do see wards coming straight back out, so it's good warding coming back out from both sides, being able to defensive wards and rune wards, and even being able to watch and quite aggressive wards. We got the Darkseer. He should know this Rubik's here. He shouldn't be in too much of a danger. And then we're going to have a 3-man mid. We got the Coddle, Queen of Pain, and the Shadow Demon. Not being able to do too much. We got the TP from behind coming from the Disruptor, which got cancelled. So, did it get cancelled? I don't know. I'm not too sure. And then we got a smoke up by Premedition. They're rotating top. And we got Wargrounds. They're already playing defensively. They're already back into the tower. Mid lane's disappeared. So they're playing very well here, being able to back off. But Windrunner is almost wanting to go up there. If she goes out there, the Disruptor will go out there, and we'll have 2 dead heroes on the map. So we've got the Queen of Pain and the Disruptor waiting for him. And we've got Disruptor showing himself. This could be the time for him to come in. Connell's still waiting on the side, waiting to throw out that Illumination. And they're going to initiate a Disruptor. This spells death for the Disruptor and this Windrunner. Spin comes flying out. Illuminate comes through. Disruptor's got to fall. Then we're going to see the Scream. And now an Omni Slash picking off that Windrunner. So top tower is now officially dead. Got to see Disruption out onto himself to make sure he dodges that tower attack. Anti-Mage. Oh, the game is on Anti-Mage's hand. He's got 58 for 16. He's the 3rd highest in net worth though. They're a tower behind. They've got kills up their sleeves with the Juggernaut and that Queen of Pain. And Anti-Mage is still working towards his Battle Fury. He doesn't have his Perseverance up yet. He's got another 300 to go for that. Then he needs to get his Broadsword? I believe it's called. Yes, Broadsword. So Anti-Mage's got a while to go to get that Battle Fury. And up at top lane, they're still pushing. Queen of Pain's still at the Sonic Wave. So if they want to, and Illuminate, Sonic Wave, Spin, and all these heroes are dead. So they really need to get this Disruptor point in Glimpse and in the Static Storm, because Thunderstrike isn't the best abilities. I mean, you may think it's great. 3 strikes at 125 damage. That's 375 before magic armor, which is about 320 damage. But you have your Glimpse there. You put them back in and they can take even more damage. You have your wall there. You have them stuck for a while trying to run. So they're pretty much disarmed, unless they want to man fight you. So this build by the Disruptor I'm not too happy with. We're going to see them start to initiate on bottom. Juggernaut does not have the spin. We could see him die. There's an RP ready if they want to use this RP. Are they going to pop the RP to get the kill? They're not going to pop the RP to get the kill. I'm quite surprised. The bottom tower will fall from the Darkseer and Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain's going to start rotating mid, and they might find a pick-off on a hero very shortly. So now Queen of Pain's just going up, farming a bit in the jungle. She's going straight for her Boots of Travel. That's very strange. She could have got her Orchid Malevolence, or start getting very close to that Orchid Malevolence. So we've got a bit of strange builds going all around. Magnus picking up Power Treads instead of the usual Arcane Boots up on the Magnus. So another strange pickup by that Magnus. Juggernaut going for the drums. So there's something normal we can see. Bit of drums build coming out by Queen of Pain jumping in, doesn't have enough to scream. I mean, Sonic Wave, she screamed, doing a little bit of damage. But back to what I was saying, Juggernaut At least he's playing standard. He's got that drum. So we see a disruption coming out. Scream and death on that disruptor. Great soul catcher from the disruption. So they're just going to keep seeing a push in. And this is what Premedition needed to do. They needed to push these towers fast. Work as a team. They had the AoE. They've got the early game. And they just need to make sure this anti-mage has got nowhere safe to farm. Wherever this anti-mage decides to go. And he's gone top. So he is level 9, I believe he was. Where's my hero level? He's level 9, but the Darkseer, Juggernaut, and the Queen of Pain are all matching him on levels. So he hasn't got that Battle Fury up either. He's still falling behind. He's quite far behind. He's at 4.2k. Juggernaut's 1200 higher. Queen of Pain 1700 higher. Here, disruption coming out. Soul Catcher. Shackle onto the Coddle. We have a dead Coddle. Going to be skewed back into the tower. Oh, we should have seen an RP. We could have grabbed that Juggernaut, but we're not going to see that RP, so Juggernaut's going to be able to get out of there. He does have that Omni Slash up, so if any one of these supports get out of position, they will get shredded up quite instantly. And now they're going to pick up a regen. Juggernaut's still playing quite defensive. Windrunner's going to get the shackle on him. Juggernaut's still got that Omni Slash if he needs to jump in there. He's been lifted up. A bit more disabled. He's got to come in. He's got to spin. He's got enough to Omni Slash. He might need to Omni Slash here to save his life and find that kill. He's got an Omni Slash. He's got an Omni Slash. He's still jumping. He does 2 swipes and he's out. We've got an RP into that great placement of Disruptor's kinetic field. And now he's got to search out of there. Shackle's not going to land. He's got to pick up this regen, get a bit more health back to him, and he should get out of here fine. It's been channeled, not doing any damage. So we see the pickoff on that Juggernaut for the Rubik's. That was a good trade by Wargrounds. Definite overextension coming out by Premedition. So Arcast doing quite a good farm. She's almost got her Orchid Malevolence up and running. So in about 5 minutes, there should be, well, less than 5 minutes, there should be an Orchid. We've got a Disruptor throwing out his little wall, but he's going to fall to the final auto attack of the Darkseer. Darkseer's got his mech up and running, he's got Arcane Boots, so that's good sustain coming out so far. If they want to keep pushing, they've got a great pushing team, and with that mech, the pushing is even more solidified. That 250 heals going out across the board. Windrunner's now just picking up her phase boots. She's got nice kind of new hairstyle there. And we just noticed that. And Anti-Mage still not as far ahead as you would like. And he's been initiated on the bottom and forced to Coddle, Illuminate, Scream of Pain, and that Sonic Wave. So even without that lockdown on Premedition, they have the burst damage and levels to be able to sweep and quickly disperse of that anti-mage. So Wargrounds probably won't notice this, but Premedition are doing a fantastic time in moving into this rush. There is a ward here. They should see him rotate in. But there's nothing they can do about it. They don't have that team fight potential. Disruptors has now got that kinetic field up and running, or static storm. Kinetic field's the shield, or the wall. So he does have that static storm up and running. Rubik, level 7, looking for some big pickups by him. Queen of Pain's rotating around trying to find something. She's going to scream, going to see the Blink picked up by the Rubik. So Blink is going to be pretty beneficial to try and find out and catch out those heroes struggling behind. Queen of Pain is still playing extremely aggressive. They do have a ward up here so they can see her. And Arcast just wants to find that kill. He's got to be extremely careful. There's still no glimpse. Come on, Disruptor. You need a glimpse. So Disruptor's still not leveling up glimpse. Rubik got that blink, fairly good blink. Anti-Mage now has that Battle Fury. So look to start seeing his farm rise if he doesn't stay around with his team trying to fight on this tower. Which he will do, which could be disastrous. Illuminate's going to hit on 4. It's going to hit on 3 because you see the RP on 2. Then we see his Shockwave. See Anti-Mage starting to rip through there. Shadow Demon's going to throw around. He's got the ultimate orb up and running. He's going to disrupt. He's not going to get the kill. Anti-Mage shows out that Manova. Not going to be able to pick off that Shadow Demon. We see everyone falling in the background due to that Omni Slash from the Juggernaut. Juggernaut's going to should spin very shortly. He's going to throw out that Healing Ward. The Healing Ward's saving him. The Healing Ward wins that fight. And the Illuminate was there to help, but Juggernaut just had too much health regen. Going one-on-one against that Magnus. So we're going to see this tier 2 fall. We might see some damage come out into this tier 3. and things are not looking good for Wargrounds. They are currently 12,500 XP behind, and gold 16k. So that just shows you how the game's going. Premedition's playing very good at the moment. We see the scream coming off, and then we'll see the Queen of Pain die and instantly buy back. She's got a TP straight back to the front lines, as if she never left in the first place. We got Juggernaut. He's got the Aegis up and running. He's taking a few tower attacks that might pop the Aegis. He's got to get out of 43 HP. So this is a good time to back. Conserve that Aegis. They still have plenty of time left on that Aegis. They got 4 minutes. So don't prematurely pop that Juggernaut. You have plenty of time. And you have your healing ward up. There we go. So it's not looking too good for Wargrounds. They're quite far behind here. Anti-Mage needs to continue split pushing and try and force TPs. Try and get these towers. I mean, they haven't got a single tower yet. And Anti-Mage now has a Battle Fury up. He doesn't have boots. 19 minutes Battle Fury, no full boots is very worrisome for Wargrounds. And we hear a disruption coming out somewhere onto the Rubik. You see the Purge. Haven't seen the Soul Catcher. Soul Catcher is up and running on that Rubik. He's taking quite a lot of shots. They got a kinetic field to try and block him off. And we see a Scream of Pain finishing it off. We got a great Shackle, great power shot. We got a silence coming out of the Magnus, so he couldn't skewer or do any damage to this Magnus. So Queen of Pain will survive. Windrunner will take an auto attack from the Juggernaut, and this is Rax. Tower's gone. Anti-Mage can't do anything. Rax will be shortly afterwards. So things are not looking great. Okay, the Shadow Demon has almost got his Scythe of Ice up and running. It's quite close to it. We got Yasha is picked up onto that Juggernaut. We see an initiation coming on this Queen. Not gonna find. Does find the kill, but Anti-Mage will does not pick it up. Actually, it goes to the Radiant. But the Rax do fall in the meanwhile, so it's a good trade. Losing that very over-aggressive Queen of Pain for a Rax, I'll take that any day. RP on 1, as the Omni Slash got timely popped off, picks off that Windrunner. We'll see auto attacks try and pick off this Magnus. Aegis is still up and running on the Juggernaut, so we're going to see a vacuum in. He will fall. We'll see the Death of Disruptor. Disruptor's got to get out of there. We're going to see a blink in. Oh, that was by Anti-Mage. So, and we just see something went flying up into the air. No idea what that was. And we've got a very aggressive style going on by Premedition, and the Aegis is popped. Wasn't needed, but it ended up being popped. And Rax will fall. And now they should look to rotate. They can still continue to team fight this. RP's down for another 70 seconds. They should know they can't, that Wargrounds can't do too much now, since that RP is down. And also the spin coming out into the Rubik. Rubik dies to the Scream of Pain and that Sonic Wave coming out by that Queen of Pain. Another screen coming in, vacuum, got a Shockwave, not going to be able to do anything. We've got a Shadow Strike coming in, and we're going to see Disruptor just get out of there, and Queen of Pain, once again, being extremely aggressive, dying all over the place. So, Queen of Pain leaving tombstones everywhere, just making sure everyone knows about her and they don't forget. So Kotal has almost got his Hood of Defiance up and running. He should be looking to turn that into a mech, if I'm not a mech, into a pipe. No idea why he's going for that too much at the moment. He does need to get some wards up on the map. He's got 3k. That's a lot of gold that he hasn't spent for a while. So we'll see what he wants to go for. He should be rotating into the shop to pick up his health ring and go back home and pick up that pipe of insight. So he does pick up that ring of health, and he'll be moving in to pick up his pipe of insight when he gets back to base. So if only we could see what was on that courier. That would be very helpful. Valve, get to it. You know you want to give us the ability to be able to see what's on couriers. So, continue looking at this game. It's looking increasingly grim for Wargrounds. Poor Rubik. Where'd Rubik go? Got nothing. Started 7 times. He's just been giving away all those kills. And we got a TP from this Kotal going somewhere back to the jungle, so that's very strange by that Queen of Pain. So now they're going to rotate. They're going to try and push this tower. They've got a Juggernaut who's trying to Omni Slash. He gets shackled. He's getting lift. Can he get that Omni Slash off? He gets motivated. He gets the Omni Slash off at least. He's going to do a lot of damage. He's going to finish off 2. The rest will fall shortly after. And that's Rax. So that should be game. Go into Premedition. Premedition will be picking up the 58th position on the Cybergamer Ladder. And Wargrounds will fall to the 59th. Premedition played a fantastic game. They hit fast, they hit early. They did everything they can to make sure these towers went out. And Anti-Mage did not have any safe place to farm on the map. So great play by Premedition. Great AoE. And they do take this match. So, thank you for watching another Dota Yoshi presentation. If you enjoy my casting, it does mean a lot if you do subscribe to me on YouTube. Only if you want to. I'm not forcing you. Still love yous anyway. But it does mean a lot to me. I appreciate it a lot if you do. And we do now see the Ancients falling. And thank you for watching.